meeting please come to order. Everybody rise. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call of council.
Gary Halsey. John Jones.
Here.
Clint Steiger. Leanne Dyer.
Present.
James McMahon.
Good evening.
Joshua Putman.
Here.
Fran Walker.
Here.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the agenda. Anybody? Oh,
I would have to have the Boyd Enterprises item A be removed from the agenda.
8B.
8B, correct. To remove it.
Are there any other approval of the agenda? All those in favor?
Are we going to have an executive session tonight?
I do not believe, under the present circumstances, that an executive session would be appropriate.
Okay. Questions?
I think you're, probably the two of you were talking about a specific subject. I think an executive session
We do need to have at least one.
is appropriate for item 8C, confirmation of the appointment of interim city clerk. I believe the Public Meetings Act provides for an exception to review qualifications for an appointment for office.
I'm not sure why we aren't having one for the other, but I guess.
Possibly during the meeting, you will find out,
Okay.
and we'll go from there.
We're going to move the placement of the executive session if you want to have it before item 8B.
Ken, is that necessary to add the executive session under each part of the agenda that we think one is appropriate?
It would be most appropriate if the council had the executive session prior to discussing the issue which the item is about, meaning that it should be prior to that item.
Do we need to do that as we adopt the agenda?
Yes.
So, Mayor, I'd like to add a possible executive session at item 8C, this confirmation of the appointment of the interim city clerk, including possible executive session. Is that the right way to do it? Ken?
Yes.
Okay.
Say 8C?
Yeah. If we can do an executive session to review qualifications for public employment. So I think we'll want to do that there.
For city clerk?
Yeah.
8C.
Yeah.
You're going to have an executive session?
Yeah.
How long will it be? Approximately?
10 minutes?
The council ruled that there be an executive session for 10 minutes concerning 8C, confirmation of appointment of interim city clerk. Any other approval of the agenda?
Move to approve the agenda as amended.
All those, okay, you said it.
Second.
All, who first? You did?
John.
Second?
No, John.
Motion carried.
We did both.
We just moved in second, and now we have to
Yes.
voice vote.
All those, shall we,
This is voice vote.
roll call of council.
Gary Holsey,
Aye.
John Jones,
Aye.
Clint Steiger is absent, Leanne Dyer,
Aye.
James McMahon,
Yes, ma'am.
Josh Putman,
Aye.
Fran Walker.
Aye.
Are there any other approval of the agenda? Next item is the audience comment. Audrey Cruikshank.
This is directly for the mayor, and I'd like to... This really is for the mayor. I'm Audrey Cruikshank, 703 3rd Avenue Southeast in Pacific. And it looks like you fired the city clerk a month or so ago, and now you've got 2 police officers out on some kind of leave. And it looks like you're working up to having this new insurance company that we have drop the city so that we won't have insurance again. If you keep firing people and putting them off work, this new insurance company is going to say the same thing as the last one did. So I think that you need to consider that when you're doing all this firing.
Stacy Knudsen.
Stacy Knudsen, 415 2nd Avenue Southeast. And I have a question. I read that we have 2 of our top officers out on paid administrative leave to protect them. You sent an email to all the local media saying that they're being put on leave because of intimidation and harassment. But I came across something that contradicts that, and I'd like to play it.
And if this goes over 3 minutes, I'm Joanne Wilson, 421 Wayne Avenue Southeast.
Can't do it.
Let it finish playing. Stop it and finish.
Maybe they'll play it.
I paused the timer to give you a chance to...
Hi, this is Kilola with the transfer. He's calling from City Hall in Pacific, requesting King County, or, I don't know. Go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hello? Hello? Hi, what are you reporting?
Okay. I'm going to need some help, and I'm looking for this bid.
Okay, well, I'm going to help you through it, okay? What are you reporting?
Okay, it's signed GY. The last name is S-U-M.
Okay.
I'm the mayor of Pacific, City of Pacific. I'd like to have a King County officer report to me for a workplace violence standby.
Okay, at what address?
The address is 103rd Avenue Southeast.
Okay.
Pacific, Washington, City Hall.
Okay, and are you there right now?
I'm there right now. When will the officer come down?
Okay, what's going on there today?
Because I'm gonna hand 2 policemen
I'm sorry.
this here office, and I need an officer for workplace violence standby, in case they want to shoot me or something. I don't know.
Are the officers there with you?
No, I don't have an officer. I need an officer from King County, to come down and escort me to deliver discharge papers to the police department.
For the Pacific Police?
Yeah. In other words, I'm going to fire the chief of police and the lieutenant, and I need somebody from the King County to escort me for workplace violence standby.
Okay, and where are you going to for that? What address?
If that person from King County, that officer from King County reports to me at City Hall, Pacific City Hall.
Okay, what's your phone number, sir?
My phone number is 253-653-7892.
Okay, are you waiting in the lobby, or where are you at the City Hall?
He can come in my office. The mayor's office, I'm the mayor.
Okay. All right, I will let him know that you're waiting in the office, okay?
Okay. What time will he be here, do you think?
I don't know. Help will get out to you as quickly as possible, but I don't know how long it'll take.
Okay, I'll be gone for about half hour, I'll be right back.
Oh, you're not going to be waiting there? You're not going to be waiting there? You're going to be gone for 30 minutes?
Tell that officer to come down, and I'll be here.
So you're going to stay there and wait for them?
I'll be here waiting for that officer right now.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Mrs. Grace. Thank you. Thank you. Mrs. Grace.
This is Wayne King County.
Hi, Wayne.
What you want there from the call?
I did. So we have a bit of a situation I need to back you up. We need to back it up for us.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard about any of the controversy with the mayor of the city of Pacific. So he has called us and has requested King County Sheriff's Office to respond out for a civil standby while he delivers discharge papers to our chief of police in Pacific and the lieutenant.
And he's asking for his contact at City Hall?
Yes, he is waiting in his office.
Well, let me talk to my big bosses and see how they wish to pursue this.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yep. Bye-bye. Mrs. Grace. Thank you. Thank you. Mrs. Grace.
Hey, this is Mike King County. On the authority of my CEO, we are going to politely decline at this time.
Okay.
And we've already had a conversation with the mayor earlier this week, and it was explained clearly to him if he wants any services of us, they have to go about making that happen.
Yeah,
I realize you probably need to know as much as I do.
well, we're going to do it.
That's where we're at this point.
All right. It's nothing. Procedure for, what's that? Obtaining his assistance was explained to me or previously this week.
Yep.
Hi there, son. This is Grace. I'm the supervisor at Valley Communications Center. If you'd like to give me a call back, the number here is 253-372-1490. Thank you. Marathon, this is Grace.
Hi, this is Marathon returning your call.
Hi, Marathon. I have information to relay to you about your request for assistance earlier today.
Wait, can I call you back in a little bit because I'm having a hard time with this phone? I'll call you back in a minute.
Okay, call me right back. Bye-bye. Marathon, this is Grace.
Hello?
Hello?
I'm calling for Side Son.
Hi, who is this?
This is Ken Barnett.
Hi, and I'm sorry, who are you?
Ken Barnett?
Okay, do you work for the city?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just not familiar with your name.
I'm the Public Works Director.
Okay, and he's not able to call me directly?
Now, he has trouble hearing.
Okay.
He's here in the room. I'm here in the room.
Okay, all right. Well, I just need to let you know that we've spoken with King County Sheriff's Office about your request, and they are declining to come out.
Okay.
So that's all I've got for you. I don't have anybody else that's going to be able to come.
He's coming down here? No, he's not. They're not coming. They're not coming?
No, sir. They have declined to respond.
Okay, I got your message. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So that's been the contradiction. You tell everybody, the media, emails to the city employees, it's all over the place that these guys are on administration leave. But then you turn around and you ask for assistance because you're going to fire them. Which is it? Did you lie to the people in the media? Or did you lie to the King County Sheriff's Office? You're sabotaging the city.
Miss Gabardine?
I'm not going to waste my time with you anymore, Mayor.
Gonna pass.
I'm not going to waste my time with you anymore. I'm done.
Okay, keep that. Dwayne? What?
Dwayne Grotz, 122 3rd Avenue Northwest. That was quite an interesting recording. So Mayor, it's funny how we always come here and just talk to you instead of to the council. This is the council meeting. That yellow Volkswagen I mentioned 2 weeks ago, I noticed it's still parked out there with Oregon plates on it. We've still got 4 patrol officers left. Could you assign someone in to check on that car and find out why it still has Oregon plates when it's being driven in Washington? Looks like they're pretty current too. Do you think you could talk to the police? Well, actually, Sergeant's here. Is that something you can look into? There's an Oregon, there's a yellow Volkswagen back here, and it's been around since last October, I think, when one of the TV stations reported that it had Oregon plates and tabs, and it looks like the tabs have actually been renewed on this thing. So it continues to be renewed even though it's being driven in Auburn and area and Pacific and so forth. I'd like to see something done about this. I personally pay taxes and all my tabs are current, and I think everybody here have current tabs? I don't think it's too much of a cost to license your car in the right state when you live here. I got to believe that you, oh, that's right, you own that Volkswagen. I forgot to say that. Since you live here, don't you think you should follow the laws of the state of Washington and license your car here? I mean, this is a small thing. There's so many other things going on, but I pay my taxes. This seems like real corruption to me when you don't follow the laws of the state of Washington. I mean, there's been other instances, but this is one that just kind of annoys me. Are we going to get to talk about, under the consent agenda, some of the payroll items and stuff like that? Do we have a chance to take comments at that point? Okay, so I'll just hold off until then on that. Sure would be interesting also to find out what's going on with this, these investigations that we're paying for also. There just seems to be a continuous,
Excuse me, just a moment, Ray. Point of order, could you please take your conversation outside?
Right, excuse me. I couldn't hear that, but the next time there's an outburst in the audience, I'm going to have the police officer escort that person out. Go ahead.
appreciate that. Anyways, it'd be really interesting for all of us to find out what's going on with these investigations, which appear to have something to do with whistleblowers. So I'll hold my other comments till the other items come up. Thank you.
I think I'd like to settle the Oregon license plate. This is the third time you stood up there. The first time I didn't hear you, the second time I didn't hear you. All I heard is about the Oregon license plate. Okay. It's legitimate. Because that car is both owned by my wife and I, and she's an Oregon resident. That's her car by choice, and I'm using it, my blue Bug is my car, and it has a Washington plate on it, okay? That's her car.
She lives here.
By choice,
She lives here.
and she wants to use it.
Does your wife live in Oregon?
She's a resident of Oregon,
Living here.
bona fide resident. Okay, that settles that.
Really?
The police department wants to come over, and,
I've reported it to State Patrol, let them to handle it.
that settles that. I'm not gonna argue with you. Okay? Bill White.
I'm Bill White, 119 Alder Lane North, Pacific, Washington. I lived here for 6 years. Came from Florida, moved up here, bought a house to get a job, to get away from family things, and which everybody here I'm sure has had family. But when our old mayor was here, we didn't have a bunch of problems. We were never in the news. Once in a while, somebody go a little bit ape and do something wrong, and then we'd have this little blurb on the TV, and then it'd go away. This is my second time here now, trying to tell all the residents, all the people of Pacific, why is it happening? We don't even need to point fingers anymore. All we need to do is do like the waste department does. What do? They come over to your house and they take out the trash. Don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, when are we going to take out the trash? Look what's happening. We got turmoil in our police department. Who knows if you dial 911, how many people in here know that something's going to happen now? Do you feel safe?
Nope.
Do you feel safe? I'm sure you feel safe.
I tell
I
you.
remember your paperwork, but I'm not a millionaire, but I have enough money. Well, we don't. People have asked you to resign. Time and time again. What is it going to take for you just to say, bye-bye? Would somebody step in here that's going to do something for us? First we're a city, then we're going to go to Auburn. Now we're a city. And it's like I was here last time, and all you people from the council remember me. It's on you guys too. It's not just on him, it's on you guys too. We don't need this turmoil. We're a little city. We're not Seattle. We're not Bremerton. We're not big city. We're a little city. The house down the street down there by the park was the first house in this city. It's grown little bit by little bit, but the controversy just gets bigger and bigger and bigger every day. All the time. Pacific did this, the mayor did this, the mayor did that, the mayor did this, the mayor did that.
He didn't do anything.
Guys like us, we're getting tired of it. We're getting really tired of it. And I'm pretty much willing just to give up my job and park on your doorstep with a big sign that tells everybody 24 hours, 7 days a week. Until you go. Go away. Let somebody else come in here that's going to save our city, that's going to do something for us, except for get us in the news over bad stuff. You're not even willing to compromise on a stupid license plate for your wife. That's none of our business. Oh yeah, it's our business. We're residents of this city. We don't have Oregon license plates. You shouldn't either. You're the mayor. You're supposed to set an example. Only example you're setting is stupidity. Shocking stupidity.
3 minutes are up. Next. Are there any more comments? Come up here.
Mayor Sun and Council. I'm here to speak regarding the police department. Can you identify yourself? My name is Tom Young. I've recently bought a property out of foreclosure over on Butte Avenue, and I'm in the middle of rehabbing it. It was a mess, and I'm fixing it up. I had a squatter in that house. I could not get him out. I found out, unfortunately, with our crazy laws and government, that squatters, and in other cases that I've experienced occasionally, tenants that don't pay, seem to have more rights than homeowners and or landlords. It's with great pleasure that I speak before this council and the assembled people to say that for the first time in my 68 years, I have had a wonderful experience with the police department in the city of Pacific. I went to them and asked what I could do. They said they could not help me. It was a civil matter at the time. And blissfully, this guy who was squatting and who knew how to work the system in every way, mucked up, and he failed in his fourth warning, the threat from the water department to shut his water off for non-payment. He was used to running the bill up to $200 or more, and then they'd send him a letter that they were going to shut it off. He would call them and say, how much do I have to pay to keep it on? I don't have the money. They'd say $43, he'd pay the $43 and go on for another month or two. I couldn't get him out of my own house. I needed to get started on the work, and blissfully this idiot failed to pay even the $43. The water department, sewer water, shut him off. Ken Barnett from the city was quick to get the house posted, that it was uninhabitable because it's a law, health law, that you can't inhabit a house without running water. He posted it with big yellow signs. The man returned with his son after work. He involved himself with another infraction, tore the signs down, went back in the house, continued to live and continued to use the toilets that could not be flushed. How people live like that, I have no idea. But finally, I got a call. I went to the city. They sent me over to see Lieutenant Ed Massey a wonderful human being. He listened. He was very to the point. He said this gentleman has made a mistake because now he is trespassing and now we can take action. So Lieutenant Ed Massey, along with good help from Sergeant Michelle Boss and Officer Josh Long, accompanied me over at 6:30 on the 1st and indicated to the gentleman that he was either going to have to move immediately or he would be going to jail. The guy said, well, I'm going to move Tuesday anyway. They said, no, you don't understand. Now, right now. They started moving. They moved into the night. They were supposed to get a hold of the police department to say they were out. They didn't. Lieutenant Massey followed up the next morning because he drove by and still saw furniture out in the yard, and he got out and walked the house. Still stuff in the house, the kitchen, dishes, furniture, everything. He called the gentleman at 7:30 in the morning, woke him up, said, be there at noon, I want that stuff out. The guy did show up, and thanks to the very good help of those two officers and Lieutenant Massey, and then Lieutenant Massey again the following day, along with help from Officer Joe, and I apologize, I can't remember his last name. Big
West.
Joe?
West.
West, thank you. Who accompanied Lieutenant Massey on that Saturday. We were able to get these guys out. Now, they promised to come back and take their garbage away. Of course they didn't, and that was 2 loads to the dump at Algona, the transfer station, with a 14-foot dump trailer, $400+ in dump fees, and 6,500 pounds worth of crap. So I'm here to tell you, Mr. Mayor and the council, that I've never had that kind of good help and service from the police department in my 68 years. And I'm thoroughly and very honestly refreshed and impressed. It was refreshing. When I heard, Mr. Mayor, about what you've done with Chief Calkins and Lieutenant Massey, it absolutely fries my brain. They're already down to like 7 officers total to give this community protection and service. And now you've just whittled 2 of the top management out, leaving everything in the hands of the sergeant and a few officers to work 24/7, 30 days a month, 365 a year. I don't know what you're thinking, sir, but this is nuts. So there's a time when you make decisions as a leader of a city, but you better rethink this one.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I think you're off your way.